It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, that the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and one more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures. It leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses. It restoreth my buzz. It leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good morning, Planet Flipside. How about you this morning? We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.
Morning. Some of you slipped in right at the end there.
I was cleaning out my car.
You were cleaning out your car?
My children
I was picking blueberries.
Just saying.
Oh, she went to go pick more blueberries.
I had a blueberry muffin this morning. It was delicious.
What happened?
I don't
know. I was going to ask you the same thing.
Talking about blueberries, and then I thought you said
I just said I just finished picking blueberries, and then all of a sudden everybody froze, and then everybody started spinning. So I guess it was something on my end.
I guess we're having difficulty today on the table.
Or I can't hear anything. Hold on, she said.
Just another day in the neighborhood.
Right?
Beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
If you moved away from Florida, I'd love to be your neighbor.
Good morning.
Hey, move away from North Carolina. They had a lithium plant go boom.
Yeah, I found that out this morning.
I didn't know.
So did I.
It happened over 3 days ago, and I just now found out about it. Yay.
What else am I missing?
Apparently, I'm missing a lot.
Corey.
Picked a pint of blueberries this morning.
Mama agrees.
All right. Florida bill allowing radioactive roads made of potentially cancer-causing mining waste was just signed by DeSantis.
DeSantis needs to fall in a hole.
DeSantis is an idiot, but we already know that.
I didn't say anything bad for anybody that's going to try to come after me. He needs to fall in a hole. That's all I'm going to say. There's no specifics.
Or, his hole needs to get some entrance and outrance.
Ooh. Okay. Archaeologists discovered a long-lost Mayan city deep in the Mexican jungle. That's cool.
Well, what happened in the jungle?
Leave it alone.
They found a new
when they start excavating
Mayan
old
city.
shit.
Leave it alone. I'm with her.
Come on, you all know fun.
Put it back.
No
I'm not one of
touchy.
those people. I like to poke shit.
Speaking of spooky shit, I think somebody has been dangling their hair in my husband's face for the past 2 days.
What?
Because he swears that there's like this long hair that keeps like hitting him in the face, but there's nothing there. And it keeps
God.
My
happening.
grandfather gets this very, very light blonde hair from the back where his bald spot is. And it is so light and so thin, you don't always see it. It takes me 20 minutes to cut his barely there hair because you have to find these long ass ones that get missed all the time.
Oh no, these are like, he doesn't have any. I've checked. There's no like hair that's magically been missed and it's just grown out and he's got like some weird one-stranded ponytail in the back. These are like long hairs, he says.
Cherry doing it.
That's what I said. I said she's dangling her hair over his head going, oh look, goat's got hair now. She's amusing herself. Which is fine. I just find it funny. Because he'll just randomly start like wiping all over his face. And shaking his head.
It's not me. I'm just putting it out there. I didn't do it. It's funny as hell, but I didn't do it. Something I would
not
do,
me. I'm mad
but
at him.
I didn't
He
do
ruined my watermelon Sour Patch Kids last night.
it. Who did?
Who did?
Goat.
Why?
I'm sitting here mowing on my little snacky snacks last night, and he
You
rattled
ruined
off a
something
really
for
nasty,
Chris,
gross
so
card
I
as
had to
ate.
bop you.
Did you put it up in your nose? Did you get it up in your nose? That's the worst.
No, I was eating it, and he said something really nasty, and I almost had to spit the thing out. And I didn't eat my
You
snacky
and your
snacks the rest of the
nasty
day.
ass apparently said something while Chris was eating her watermelon Sour Patch Kids, and now
We were playing.
you don't want to eat them no more.
Hey, Corey, can you hear us?
She said you did.
I can.
Yay.
Oh, cool. I was worried you were still on mute or something. Okay, cool.
He's in denial. He denies having anything to do with it.
I will watch the replay. I will screenshot the exact moment that
She
I
said she
lost
will
my
watch the
Sour Patch Kids.
replay and go back and watch the exact moment that you said it, and she will send it to you. Oh Lord.
She'll be looking for the exact moment that she goes like this.
Oh no, it's kind of a.
Yeah, like she was gonna throw up.
Yeah.
I remember.
I don't, but I bopped him on the forehead.
Boop the snoot.
No, I don't want to boop his snoot. I booped his forehead.
Boot to forehead.
That works too.
Bopped his noggin. Noggin boppers.
Ooh,
Why's
my
everybody
one
so
little
quiet?
mini
What
vacuum
everybody
is
do
all
last
cracked up.
night after everybody got
slept.
off the table?
I went to bed.
Yeah, I kind of figured. You didn't post the standings last night. I figured you went to bed.
Yeah.
I laid down, but I couldn't go to sleep, so I watched something. I don't remember what I watched. Oh, I watched the last of that anime I was watching.
I helped make dice last night.
Okay. Oh. Go! Goody goot!
Ma'am,
And Chrissy.
how did I mess up your
Something
watermelon
you
Sour Patch
said as
Kids?
an answer to one of the cards was absolutely disgusting as I took a bite of what I was eating. It goes with the game, but still.
Comes with the
I couldn't eat my
territory.
snacky snacks the rest of the night.
But you ruined her snacky snacks, so I had to boop your forehead. Because it was not nice.
Well, I'll put it this way. You were playing the game while eating. You know some of the
I am
cards
fully
that can
aware.
be played, so you cannot
know.
pin that shit on me.
I'm going to, though.
Your
No,
card,
it
your
don't
fault.
work that way.
Well, it really comes down to is the
Yeah,
fact
it
that Jelly Bean was
does.
just looking for an excuse to boot them on the forehead.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was just trying to find
Yeah.
a reason to hit me. So.
No, I didn't look for a reason. It found
Hey,
me.
Chrissy.
Found me. Good morning, Chrissy. Good morning.
It was my morning present to Jelly Bean.
Oh, thank
the goat.
you. At
It was
least
a boop of
somebody
opportunity,
does.
right?
Yep, I'll take it.
Or should we call it a booper titty?
No, I didn't boop his titty. I booped his forehead.
No, a boop of opportunity. I called it a booper toonie, and then I would just booper toot or booper.
Well, all I got down here
Booper
is she
toot.
did a titty.
Replay.
All right, don't forget, people. We changed tarot to 12:30.
We did.
Yes.
We voted on it last week.
Oh, I
And
wasn't here for that, but oh well. I don't have a problem
I
with
will
it
be
either
picking
way.
up my shopping order, so I apologize. I will not be here.
Oh, that's all right.
We'll miss you. Well, we didn't have enough people last night, so
I'm easy.
we played Fall Guys.
Yeah.
I'm easy like
Gold, is that
Sunday
flowers?
morning.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, I see now.
It's got pieces of rose petal and gold flake, and it's got a little flower in it.
Looks like a cherry bloom.
Where do you get the little sprinkle things that you get in there?
I
Most of
grew
it,
them
Mike.
in
Here,
my
there, and
yard.
everywhere.
Fuck yeah, you grew them in your yard. And money grows on trees. Did you know that?
You
Um,
think
She
she's
grows
fucking
them in
with
your
you?
yard. That's what you do when you're a
No,
crafty
like
person.
I literally took a rose that I had in my yard and I took the petals off of it and pressed them in a book like months ago, and then took it and cut it into like confetti and sprinkled it into the resin with the gold flake that we got from Michael's and a couple other flowers that I pressed and dried from the yard that my mom left here.
I want a clear D20 with all 12 zodiac signs in it. I just want a D20. How much is that?
How big you want that D20 considering you want 12 zodiac signs in a D20?
Oh, that's kind of too big. Do you have anything smaller?
Hey,
You go
Go.
smaller, you lose detail.
I have an idea for him actually. Why not
Alright,
make a
that would-
chunk
that
of a
would be
D12 and make each one of the faces one of the zodiac symbols?
I was about to say, what about D12? Yeah.
That I could do. I
Yeah,
would have
D12
to
would be
make it a
better.
little- I would have to make it a little bit bigger and then just make each change the
Change the numbers to the zodiac
numbers
signs.
to zodiac sign.
That would be something I would be super interested in because I've never seen one of those.
Honestly,
Because
you're
they don't
probably-
exist, I don't think.
I've never seen one, so that's probably a very good idea. Thank you, Rabbit.
You can do runes too.
Yes.
Rune dice.
I'm like, well, I just like I said, the D20 with just zodiac signs in it. I'm like, yeah, deal. Like I could see
And
that.
see, that leads me to believe we should also end up taking one of those and putting it on like a regular D12 and making like a magic 8-ball with it. Put it inside, let Rabbit shake it up. What sign today?
What's today's
Ooh.
sign?
That giant D20.
Good morning. I'm on Coffee House.
Hey, Myrtle.
Make one of the giant
No,
D20s
how are you this morning?
and put one of the D12s in it.
Why
right.
it gotta
Leave
be a
one
D20?
side of it clear.
Why can't it be a ball
All right.
Because
Well,
the D20 would be fun.
then.
for him?
All right, love you. Bye.
I
Alright,
don't know
Jen's
if I've
about to
got a
join.
ball big enough.
Well, that's cool.
Sisu really thought you were calling him.
He knows every time I get off the phone.
Sisu!
I'll use
I
like a-
call you.
He thinks that I can.
Myrtle, I got you a present on Minecraft.
Good morning, Muriel.
I ordered syrup. I ordered some raspberry syrup from my syrup place so I can see if it tastes good in Perrier.
Ooh.
I love Perrier.
Okay.
Anybody that has requested sips from me, just know they are coming. I just can't afford the shipping right now. So as soon as I'm able to pay for shipping, I will be sending all of those out.
Does anybody up here like the color green?
My mom did, but I don't particularly. It's not one of my favorite colors. But I don't
Bobcat does.
That is pretty.
They came out like jade.
Yeah, that's what I was just
want
gonna
it.
say.
It kind of looks like an emerald green. I like it.
Like a jade, yeah.
So I gave my uncle your website, but I don't know if you put more dice on there yet or not. So
Not yet.
There's a
when
few
you do
sets
that,
that's
let
been
me know so
sold.
I can let him know that your site is updated.
So let us know.
Oh, I will. I've got a few that I've got to get finished. Like my two big ones.
Did you put changed on your bra again, Mama Chris?
No, he's just sitting there.
No.
He's just hanging out.
Did Jenna appear in the waiting room yet?
Nope.
No? Okay. She was still in her 90s, so she might be getting dressed.
I'm slightly overheated from cleaning my car, and there was a little more cleavage than I wanted showing. So if the attention was going to be on that area anyway, might as well look at something cute.
Almost kind of reminds you of Alf.
Wait, why are you saying that your chest isn't cute? It is cute. Boobies are cute regardless. I don't care who you are.
It is cute, but I don't want, like, I'm not putting on any
I even
extra
like
clothes.
man
I'm very
boobies.
overheated. I
Boobies are
cleaned out my
boobies.
car, so.
Boobies are boobies.
Big boobies, small boobies, happy boobies, sad boobies. It don't matter to me. I like boobies.
But Rabbit, I do have a few things I have to print, so I will make that one of them that I throw on the printer.
All right.
For, D12.
I'm
If
excited.
it wasn't for my kids, I'd have those stress relief that looks like boobies. When I get angry, just squish, squish, and happy, happy, joy, joy.
Oh, I would have it anyway, and then I'd throw it at my kids. But I'm mean and twisted like that.
Oh, I thought you were talking about getting dice and throwing them at your kids. I'm like, ouch.
No, that might hurt them.
No.
I used to have
stress
koosh
relief
balls to
balls.
throw at my D&D parties, but I don't have them anymore.
I'm
I
still
make
trying to
squish
convince
dice.
Goat to make
You
squish
can make
dice.
squish dice?
Squish dice?
How can you make squish dice?
They're made out of like softened
You-
silicone, so you can squish them.
You take
Versus
the
hard
mold
resin.
and you
Oh, there it is.
Spray it with
Put
mold release.
well, you use a different kind of mold release. You mix dish soap and rubbing alcohol and use it to coat the mold so that the silicone doesn't stick to the silicone.
That makes sense.
I used to see oversized polyhedral dice. They were foam at the gaming shop in Orlando.
When we were playing GURPS or D&D, I don't remember which one, but when we
D&D.
were playing, our girl child wanted to throw the dice, but she didn't want to throw the dice on the table. She wanted to throw the dice.
Oh.
So one of the people who played with us, his name was Fred, got her this big bag of soft dice
She didn't want to throw
for
them
her
anymore.
birthday. She loved them damn things.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she didn't want to throw them because they weren't hard.
She made a nest with them.
Yeah, she would make like a nest.
Because
She
there were
really
like,
liked them.
there were like 20
I
of them.
feel her struggle because there's a lot of times that I want to take dice and throw them as well.
Well,
And not on the table.
She just thought it made a great noise, I think.
hoarding
was-
Oh,
dice.
yeah.
I used to hoard playing cards as a kid and like build like card houses, but I would build card houses for garages for the toy cars.
Mama Vixie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think Jelly Bean had showed it. I ain't sure, but I finally
Yeah.
got this one finished.
Yes, I love it.
Oh, that
It turned
I
out
didn't
so
know that
good.
was so big.
Yep. The boots.
It-
The boots.
The magic boots.
The magic boots, her axe and
Axe.
arrow, and the
Love you later, Muriel.
All right, have a good nap.
My
Nice,
present is still there. I had to check it.
That's
Oh, night, Myrtle.
And then Jelly Bean came up with this idea the other day, last weekend. It's got a potion bottle in it.
Oh, cool.
You can't really see it because he hasn't polished it yet, but
Oh, I can see
in
it.
person, you can see it really good.
And this is going to go in the next one that we make.
Cool.
Treasure
Something
bottle.
about talking to Vixie about my own 3D modeling animation. I want to do a thing with a space background scene and a treasure chest floating by, and then like the thing from Among Us where it has a thing typing out, where it types out thing across the bottom. This says the treasure chest was not the mimic.
I was telling him the other day about the ocean one, how they could have made the Titanic at the bottom of it and then fucking have
That would be a great idea for a game, hubby. Like a twist on Among Us, where like people have to vote the treasure chest of whether they're mimics or not. So it's like find the mimic instead of find the
Sus.
imposter.
Does anybody?
That would be so fun.
Jellybean, do you have an Xbox by chance?
Nope.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
We sold it.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you guys ever play the game Sea
What
of
do you
Thieves?
need an Xbox for?
We had the
Sea of
controller
Thieves.
for Sea of Thieves.
I love that game. Honestly, I have an Xbox. I might start playing that game again.
The Xbox controller that we're currently using for our Switch is from Sea of Thieves.
No, it's not. It's from Gears of War.
Oh, that was from Gears of War. We were going to get the Sea of Thieves one. But
the one that's hooked up to your computer is Sea of Thieves. No, the one that's hooked to your computer is Tiny Tina's.
Yeah, that's Tiny Tina's, because I love the aesthetic.
I like the
am
girl in
so
that.
bummed. I wish there was a way you could take a wired controller and make it wireless.
There is, but it's just beyond my mindset and capabilities.
Oh, I'm sure an absolute genius could pull it off, but I'm just saying, I wish there was a way that you could take the shell. Ooh, maybe you can.
Ding,
Daddy,
the light
I
bulb
think
goes
we're
off.
going to take the shell off of one controller and put it on another one and see how it goes.
I say
Talking
look it
about
up
your-
first.
What are you
Talking
doing,
about your
God? Are you
controller.
drawing?
No, he's polishing the dice.
Oh,
Hey, show her the black
Same.
chunk. That one's pretty. And there's a
Talking about
red
this
chunk
one?
too. Yeah, the black pearly looking one.
Oh, it looks like smoky quartz. It's cool.
Once it's sanded, a lot of the black that's on the outside will be gone, and you can see the different colors inside better.
We tried to do a sunset set, but the
Oh, that's
purple
pretty.
didn't show up enough.
Yeah.
So I got to try a
This
new
is-
method today.
Oh, I still like it though. Looks like
I mean,
agate. I like it. Fire agate.
I don't think that they turned out bad. They just didn't turn out the way I wanted them to.
I understand.
They don't fit the theme that I was going for because they're for a customer. Because they were trying to decide between two sets that Goats made, and they were like, "Make me a deal on two sets." And then we decided, they said that it was like, "Hey, if you just can't decide between two sets, tell me a set that you would want, and we'll just make them." Because, I mean, it's not like we've got any customs lined up. And they're like, well, I can't really afford custom. And it's like, well, if I've got to make dice anyway, just tell me what colors you want. And so that's why we were trying to do the sunset theme. Because they were like, well, the colors that I don't currently have a lot of is pink, orange, and purple. And I said, well, that's sunset colors. We'll just make them all into one set. And I was hoping to get like an ombre effect where it would shift from like the purple to the pink to the orange. And the purple didn't last, which is the opposite of what I was expecting to happen. I was totally expecting the purple ink to overtake the orange and it burn and everything look brown.
Yeah.
But now they just look orangish purpley.
Yes.
That is.
Hey, Vixie,
Orange
tell
is
them what I
red.
would have said. Vixie, tell them what I would have said if they told me to make them a deal. Poof, you're a deal.
Oh, poof, your deal. No,
Ah.
that's for me. That's mine.
oh man.
He says I
cannot
love you in the
find
morning.
Dark Oak.
I say, can I have a cup? Will you make me a cup of
I
coffee?
might have
And he goes,
misspoke.
"Poof, your
I don't
cup of
think they
coffee."
said make me a deal, but it was like, cut me a price for two or let me
Yeah.
know how much it would be for two. Because they were saying they could only afford one set to start with, and then they couldn't decide between two sets. And they were like, well, screw it. Just tell me how much it would be for two. And we're like, if you're going to spend that much, we'll just make you a set like what you actually want. So... And they were like, artistic freedom. Do what you want to do.
Besides, if you give us ideas, it helps put more stuff in the shop.
Right.
This is
One
the
hand
one
washes the other.
This is the first one that she had actually wanted.
The storm cloud
Because-
set.
Yeah. It's got
Ah!
something inside to make it
I
look
fell
like
down.
storm clouds.
Oh no. Pick yourself back up.
I did.
Good. Did you get the
I
saddle
can't
back
find
on
what
the
I'm looking for.
Oh, Rabbit!
Yes.
I downloaded Max onto my tablet. We have it on our TVs, but I downloaded it on my tablet. So I'll watch Game of Thrones every now and then.
Okay.
I only watched the first 3 seasons. I asked hubby.
Really?
Yeah.
You only made it to the first 3 seasons? Oh, I got so
I had
much.
a hard time making it through the first season. It was boring.
Did you see the purple or the red wedding yet?
I think I saw the
the red wedding. Yes, we saw the red wedding.
You did.
Here's the thing: what happened? We watched the first episode of season 1.
Oh my god!
And we stopped at that point. It was about 2 years later that we actually started watching the rest of the stuff, and we watched through the first season, watched through the second season, and was halfway through the third season when we caught up with it. We finished watching the third season, and then it's like, oh, it's going to be another year before season 4 comes up, and we just lost interest before it came
I
back.
have a short attention span. I tell people that all the time.
That's fine. I mean, I didn't watch it all in one go either, because I kept. You want to know how many times I rewatched fucking Game of Thrones? Because I had that same exact issue. I watched it to a certain point and then it stopped. I watched it to a certain point and then it stopped. I watched it to a certain point and then it stopped.
I might start
4
with the second
times
season
before I
because
got
I
all
did
the
not
way
like the first season.
My vape shop guy has a policy that when it comes to certain shows, he will literally wait until the show is either canceled or until they finish the series entirely, because he really wants to see it, but he's kind of got the same problem you guys have. Like, when you're in between seasons, you totally forget the show even exists. So,
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is,
we got to a point.
So many shows that I watch.
I've been kind of following some of the stuff that was happening in Game of Thrones while during the seasons that we weren't watching. I really lost interest in trying to pick it up again. There was just some shit that's like, you know what? No. It just seems a little too depressing. I just couldn't deal with it.
Me and Goat.
Some storylines were just really drawn out.
Or dry.
Oh my god!
That last season. Oh my god! That last season.
See, this is why we were wishy-washy about it.
Every season but the last season is good, but you can't watch all the seasons without watching the last season. Because once you get to the one before it, it's like, I gotta see what happens next, and then you're gonna be disappointed with the last season.
Here's the thing: have you ever watched? There's an anime called Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
No, I have not watched it, but I know what you're talking about.
When the guy was over here writing it, the people started making the anime for it, and then they overtook the writer, and the people making the anime finished up the story. Well, the writer had intended to go in that direction, and he made his own, and he finished the story his own way. And then they made a second series that had his finish up one called I think it was called Full Metal Jacket Evangelion.
Yep.
That's what happens with Game of Thrones. They overtook George R.R. Martin's
books
story, and the guys making the show just finished it the way they wanted to finish it, which was not the way Martin wanted it to. It's not the way Martin wanted it to go. I'm not sure if he's ever going to finish it in his own way or not, because
it just felt so slapdash and so little thought put behind it. Like, you can tell, kind of like, and I know a lot of people are like not really on the fence, but it's like you either love or hate. But SpongeBob is another case in point, just like that. SpongeBob was a great fucking show for the first couple seasons, but when they switched writers / producers or whoever the professional title is, the whole show fucking changed and it went to shit.
I'm sorry.
You can always tell if you start watching from start to finish. Like, you'll notice when the writers change.
I'm sorry. I just had a vision of SpongeBob in Game of Thrones.
Oh, that would be amazing.
He'd be the dragon mother.
No, he'd be the sponge cleaning the dragon mother's bidet.
Well, I didn't think that was gonna. I don't even want to ruin it. You guys gotta watch it. You guys gotta finish it.
Well, here's the thing. The thing is, I know how the show ends, and actually, there was a bunch of theories as to exactly how it was going to go before the show really had gotten more than the first 2 seasons, because there had been some theories based on from the people who'd been reading the books, and one of the theories was that the way it was supposed to end up was that Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen were going to come together and were going to basically get together and lead together. They were going to be, it's like, and that's why that's why the story was called The Song of Fire and Ice. The Song of Ice and Fire, excuse me. That's why the full
I like
story
your way better.
And that was actually, the thing is though,
why they couldn't though.
Well, the thing is, Martin, like I said, there were several theories, and Martin kind of hinted that actually was the way the story was going to go. That was actually, the way he was planning to do it. If the writers of the show had taken that to heart and gone that way also, it would have
been knocked out of the park.
Yeah, it would have been a much better. It would have been a much better series. Instead, there's like the thing they took to heart was the idea of, oh look, there's a favorite character, let's kill him. Oh look, another favorite character, let's kill him.
Let's kill them.
Oh look, we're gonna have someone go crazy and kill everybody. Let's kill them too. It's like,
let's throw a monkey wrench in the whole damn thing.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, we've got a story here that you really like. Let's shit on it.
Like Vixie always says, here is the plan, execute the plan, throw a monkey wrench in the plan, throw away the plan.
Scrap the plan.
That's not mine. I stole it. But I love it.
From Captain
Cold. I
Cold.
like hearing you say
Captain
it,
Cold said that.
I don't care who said it. I like Vixie saying it.
Make the plan. Execute the plan. Watch the plan go off the rails. Throw away the
plan. But yeah, I'm getting to the point now where the only TV I actually enjoy watching is like true crime documentaries, because it's based off of like actual events that actually happen, and that they're not gonna
because she wants to
start it and not finish it. They're not gonna leave shit out. I mean, they might leave shit out, but it's not gonna change what actually happened. And it's not like, with Netflix, because Netflix is the bane of my existence at this point, because they will start series that everybody fucking likes and is looking forward to another season, winks, and then they are like, nope, we're not gonna keep this going. We're gonna cancel this. There was a show that my kid was watching that I thought was great. And they were like, oh, it didn't reach the target audience that we wanted. We don't care that everybody liked it. It was the one about the dead rock band.
Oh,
the
yeah.
guys in the band.
Julie
I can't
and the
remember.
Phantoms.
Yeah, the Phantoms, yeah. I loved watching it with her. Mm-hmm. But because it didn't hit their target audience, they scrapped the whole damn thing. I was like, well, I want to know what happens next. Fuck you. You can't do that with me. It's like peeing. You can't just stop midstream. You got to finish the damn story. Don't leave it on a cliffhanger if you're not going to continue the story.
So you're saying that you were watching the thing, you felt like you couldn't stop, and all of a sudden they put a clamp on it.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically, it's going to cause bodily injury. Stop it, Netflix. Not that I think you're going to ever see this, but stop your bullshit.
I just watched 2 animes
well, you
on
gotta
Netflix
be
that were really
careful,
good.
It's weird
Good morning,
what
Jenna.
they do see.
Good morning.
Good morning, Jenna.
Well,
hello everyone.
Netflix is
I
going to
follow
end
the
up
laundry
losing a
shop
customer
lady
if they
from
continue
Canada.
their bullshit.
Well,
too many of
the
these
laundry
providers
lady
and
from Canada,
big
she
companies are
does-
getting too big for their britches.
Go ahead, Mama Chris.
Okay? The laundry lady does reviews of a bunch of different cleaning products, and Finish got a hold of her videos and sent her a letter to remove them and stop trying to get people to stop using the product. So she did a really funny video about, having to remove the videos, and she's like, "Are we finished recording? Have we finished? Can we post this?" Just so you knew exactly which company she got contacted by. So, yeah, you never know when these companies are going to see your stuff.
That was cute. That's kind of like the dude that I've been sending you the videos that he's talking about, the abusive attorney.
Mm-hmm.
I can't watch those anymore. I
can't either.
Like,
I got
get the
so
gist
mad
of
yesterday.
It, but
So the district attorney's office from whatever state that is in contacted the guy that's making like this big stink about it because he's seeking justice for the wife who took her life because they wrongfully took her kids away from her and all that stuff. And they sent him a letter, and the only thing that they are mad about and the only thing that they had to say was about the fact that when he put up their contact information for, if you need to report or whatever, this is the information, because the logo, their logo, was in his video. So he was like, okay. And then he, like, took a marker on the screen and, like, scratched out the logo and put DA over it. And then posted it right back up at the end of his video. Like, this is all they're mad about. They don't care that a woman took her life because of their actions.
People are sick.
yeah, she had just hit rock bottom.
I can honestly say from a personal standpoint as a parent, if I went through half of what she went through, I'd have been gone long before she did.
Good morning, Claire.
Fighting
Good
cancer
morning, Claire.
twice, getting a terminal cancer diagnosis, being with an abusive husband like he was, and then having your kids taken away from you and you've done nothing wrong after everybody that you had taught with, like state officials and child protective services and all that, stepped in and said he doesn't need to be around these kids. And then because of him being an attorney and buying everybody off, he gets his way and flips the script 180 degrees. That's some sick bullshit.
She was an attorney too, but she couldn't submit any of that information because
he blocked her.
Doing illegal cock blocks.
Because he was paying off the judge, the children's attorney, the other court official, because they were all friends. Such a corrupt government, which we live under.
So back to Netflix real quick.
Yeah.
I watched 2 Netflix animes. One was Ouko, which is basically most of the men died out in Japan, and it was like for every 4 women there was 1 man. So a lot of the responsibility switched. It was more of a
like
woman.
the roles.
Yeah, the roles switched, and it was really good, but it kind of had one of those endings where you're like, but there's got to be more, So I'm hoping they come up with another season of that. But it was really good if anybody wants to see it. It's it can be a little disturbing in a few parts, but it's definitely not a kid's cartoon. Then I also watched no, I can't remember the name of it. What was it called?
Summer get any worse?
Shush.
Yes. Canada can catch on fire again if we really needed to.
Ooh, what are we catching on fire?
Canada.
Blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Ultraman. That's like a classic anime. If anybody wants to see something new that's in the classic genre.
Apparently, I did watch the first season of Witcher, and if it's not something I have to go back and rewatch, I can jump
You
right
don't.
into season 2.
If you already saw it,
Okay.
you'll key right in. And they always have a really good
Recap.
intro getting you caught up to what's going on for the next one. They actually
Canada
do that
wants
really
us
well.
to send all of their all of our beer because it's basically water anyway. So they said they'll put the fires out as soon as we send them all of our beer.
Well, that's nice of them.
I played the game for The Witcher.
Yeah. Is that what it's
The
based
game?
on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I enjoyed the game, but I was never able to get into the show.
The first season kind
They
of
said
sucked,
that first season was hard.
but then
Yeah.
it gets really good. Like they
I
changed
can't get
writers.
past the second. Like I think I don't even know if I get past the first episode of The Witcher without falling asleep. I'm serious.
No, I
And
understand.
I want to get into it, but I think I'm gonna wait until all the seasons have been released and then try it again. I will
Try to binge
say
it.
a good show for anybody to binge watch if you are into that sort of thing. Vikings. Vikings is a very
I heard
very
that one was good.
good show,
Mhm.
and ladies, they're very easy on the eyes too.
I was gonna say I hear they have really really good snacks.
One of my favorite. There's this custom amongst both the Celts and the Norsemen. It's called the responsibility of hosting or something like that. That translates different everywhere. But basically, in the show, I think it's either the first or second episode. She shows it's the rights of hospitality. She shows the rights of hospitality to these people, and I love it. She offers them food, she offers them drink, she offers them a place to relax. They buffered her with that they were going to take her, and she took the axe to him, and I was like, yes! She did what she was supposed to do as head of the household, and she finished what she needed to do too. And she's beautiful.
Another good show, Why Women Kill, and that's on Prime, I think.
Yeah,
because their husbands.
No,
that
was on
show.
Paramount.
Oh, it was on Paramount.
Yeah.
Live
Okay.
Paramount on my Plus.
Oh my God, that show was amazing.
The first season covers 3 completely different timelines, but they're all based in the same house.
Wow,
Yeah,
that sounds like
it's
American
a
Horror
wild
Story.
ass ride,
Mm.
and
Blame Canada.
both seasons are great. I wish they'd make more.
Hey, tell him it's his own fault if he gets on camera.
Lime.
If you want to say hi, say hi.
Peekaboo.
Okay. I know. Go take a shower.
You did not want to say hi, Mama Chris. You
Not want to say hi.
He did not want to say hi. He's like, what? He had
No,
the deer in
what?
the head, like, look.
Look, it's a letter from our friends.
Do.
Hi, Bill.
I found the dark wood in the Minecraft.
Yay! If you need to grow more, you have to plant 4 together. Just so you know. It's the only way that stuff grows.
Well,
green grass
I got a
grows all
couple of them
around.
that are growing up through the path, so I'm being very strategic where I cut so that it stays as the guardrail.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to make sure that it was actually what it was supposed to be, because I found out that if it's spruce, I can just shove the little block back in and the tree's fine. Ugh.
So,
But if you do take down a tree, you have to get all the wood out of it if the leaves to fall down.
Oh, Jeebus.
If you
I'm
don't,
trying
you'll
to
have
figure out
hanging,
what to do
hanging
for
wooden
Creators
trees.
Corner today.
Say that again?
I'm trying to decide what to do for Creators Corner.
I think I'm going to crochet.
You're gonna make a caricature of me.
We finished another skull too, by the way.
Another skull?
Yeah,
Mhm.
what we were doing was dumping all all the excess resin into a skull mold.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that really looks like agate. That's cool.
Show them the gold flake in the eye sockets. That's really cool to me.
Yeah, one
Like,
of the
it just
layers
so
has gold
happened.
flake, and it's
Oh,
right
yeah.
at the bottom of the eyes.
That's cool.
He could magically show up on my desk.
I told him he needs to put the skull on the website.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of them like that.
That one turned out the best, though, I think.
This is the other one.
There's a
I
couple
like
in
it.
here.
I like it.
We've got one that's got a liquid core inside of
That's
it.
neat.
The oldest doesn't want to give hubby his personal space today.
Yeah, we did another one that
Dad.
has a giant liquid core in it. It turned
But
out really
Dad, I love you. I want to cuddle with you. Let me love you.
Let me dance around your chair.
He's actually okay.
Oh,
He's actually
sounds like
okay
he's
there.
running happy.
It's just all three are awake right now.
Oh. Oh, I didn't hear Liam get up. That's new. Our youngest gets up like his father. He's like awake when he wakes up.
He's kind of mellow now. He just said good morning, Dad, and just sort of mellow.
Oh wow.
What about this one? And take that one too. And take that one too.
That one and that one and that one.
Yeah, I think that's all of them. Yeah, I know there's one on my desk. But that one lives on my desk.
Ooh. There's a sapling, and I don't know if I can get to it. Haha! I did it.
This is the first one Jelly Bean did.
Oh, that's cool. What's in it? Or is that just swirls of resin?
It's alcohol ink.
Oh, okay.
It's called a Petri pour. So it looks kind of like bacteria growing up off of a Petri dish.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one has a liquid core in it.
Well, there's your magic 8-ball right there.
I don't know. That would actually work, but I'd have to figure out a way to get the dye inside of the ornament that's inside.
Mm-hmm.
We'd have to use plastic balls, dear.
Yeah.
The ones that flip together.
Plastic balls.
Sometimes you're still 11 years old, Rabbit.
I am.
So just take a Dremel and
told you I'm
make
only
the hole
holding-
bigger.
Yeah.
Fun fact, they actually make them. They're called like noodles or something. And if you get your dog neutered and you want them to still have that, aesthetic, you can buy them prosthetic plastic balls.
Why?
I've heard
Because
that they can
people
do
are
that
weird.
for men too.
Yeah.
Why did
Is
5
that what
people
we
get
need to
into a
do?
tin can and drop down to the Titanic?
Why?
No, it was an option given to a friend of mine when she had her dog neutered.
New
She
from
said,
Subway.
"No, I am not paying."
Our for
plastic surgery on a dog.
Our Ocean Gate seafood sub. It's exploding with flavor.
That's terrible.
But
kind of
you love me.
Yeah.
You know, when I first started making dice, we were trying to figure out a name for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why it crossed my mind, but for some reason I had almost thought goat nuts.
Goat throat.
And then Jelly Bean came up with G20, which is why my logo actually spells goat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yes,
Mhm.
she did.
It was trending on TikTok at the time, where people were making these like designs with people's names on live.
Oh, I saw that. They're
Yeah,
like
where they
doing,
just layer the letters over top of each other.
Mhm. It's how you do rune magic, actually.
I've actually had a couple people tell me that my logo looked like a butt plug.
Wow.
Well, we know where their brain is.
That says more about them than it does about you. I think if you turn it upside down, it looks like a sunset. Or a sunrise.
That's upside down.
It reminds me actually of a tree of life when it's upside down. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Chrissy. What happened to everybody's profile pics?
Yeah, because it doesn't show
Testicle
them
difficulties.
on mine.
Call
Usually-
tech support.
Hi, hubby.
It's his fault.
There's
He
tech
did
support.
He did
Hubby
it.
did it.
Yeah. He's
No.
like, no, I didn't. I know better. Now, will he change your name? Yes. Yes, he
Yes.
will.
Yeah.
When he feels
Yes,
like it.
he has. I've seen him do it.
Yeah, Jellybean,
Tech
didn't you have a
support
little
has
Care
sense
Bear
of humor.
on yours?
Mine is a Care Bear. I'm looking at it.
It don't show it on here.
Yeah. It's not coming through.
It's showing on
The
mine.
same way that yesterday all of my shit looked fine and nobody could see or hear me.
That was weird.
It shows Corey's.
It's
shows
4th of July.
Jenna's,
Everybody is off work.
And it's
And
but Rabbit and Jelly Bean, it just shows.
I
the
can see
generic
Jenna's
profile.
and I can see Corey's, but I can't see Rabbit's profile picture.
Right.
That's what yours is showing up as.
Rude.
yeah, ever since you fell off the table, you haven't had your Care Bear. I thought maybe you had switched devices or something.
Oh, poor thing.
I am
Poor
now the
little lamb.
accusatory goat.
Aww, that's a
Poor
sad
little lamb.
Thou shalt not fucks with
Here.
hubby.
Cuddle Bruno.
Cuddle
Yeah, but Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Well, you just broke the first rule
Very
because you
innocent
talked about
hubby.
him.
Well, I've started calling the quality that I don't like at work Bruno, because apparently all I do is badmouth her to everybody who will listen. So we don't talk about
Supposedly,
Bruno.
I was bad mouthing a child at a volleyball game.
You bully, you. Did they deserve
Hey,
it?
it was news to me too, ma'am. I had no idea.
But did they at least deserve it in this fake story? Of
I don't
everything you
even
did?
know
Did they
what
at
I
least deserve it?
supposedly was saying.
Do you know what kid it was?
Yes and no. I was told what the child's name is and what their jersey number is, but as far as visually in my head knowing who that person is and what their face looks like, I have no clue.
Oh my.
But that's what me and my ex, he was getting Snapchats from the coach because see, him and her used to date.
Tango?
Yeah, they used to do the fox
They
trot.
did the
But
horizontal
anyway,
hustle.
the cha-cha slide too. Anyway, so she was messaging him and was like, "Were y'all name calling a child on our team?" And I'm like,
Yes, we find great humor
What?
in bad mouthing the kids. So yeah.
and he said, "What are you talking about?" And she said that she was getting messages from parents saying that we were name calling a child on the team. And I'm like, why would I name call a child, first of all? Second of all, why would I name call a child on my child's team? What? And third of all, what did I say? Or what did he say? And they didn't even say, like, who specifically, whether it was me or him. And there's, like, a group of us, because my parents were there, too. And our oldest was there. And so I was even asking, I was like, did y'all even hear any names being said during the game? Or any kind of name calling at all? And everybody I've asked was like, no. Why? And I'm like, because some parents going around starting drama.
Drama.
People are name calling. I don't know. To be announced. I'll find out some more information, I guess, within the next week or two.
That is not where you were supposed to put that. That is seriously not where you're supposed to put that, lady.
You're not at all Bruno, Mama Chris.
I know I'm not Bruno. I'm trying to put scaffolding up so I can chop down this gigantic tree because I need like 600 pieces of dark oak.
Ma'am.
That sounded like a you problem.
It is a me problem.
Ma'am.
Then why are you involving the rest of us?
I need your eyeballs, please.
You're just overhearing my personal conversation.
Do you see it?
Okay. I sees it. Tech support has sense of humor. The tech crew.
Very guilty, hubby.
He went from innocent to guilty.
I think it
sounds like jealousy, Chrissy says.
Hey, up daisy.
What is Rabbit doing?
He's probably pooping. He drinks like 7 pots of coffee a day, and
that's light.
Lightweight.
Yeah.
He's probably pooping. It's like, oh, you don't want to say that one over your editing names.
Hashtag I'm pooping.
Pooping.
Rabbit's leaving pellets.
Before we go, I would like to say, considering everybody knows what tomorrow is, and the ones that do, you know, anybody that wants to pop in the lounge tomorrow, I'm going to try to be there as much as possible. Anybody that wants to talk, play video games, just hang out so you don't feel like you're spending a hard day by yourself, we'll be there.
Yep, I told everyone I should be there from 9 to 9 tomorrow.
I'll
Even
pop
if you're
in
not
when
always
I can.
on screen.
Even if we're
you're
not always on
always
screen.
on screen.
Oh,
we
I don't.
will be there.
Yep.
You're still muted.
Possibly.
It's like a white Ray Charles.
You wear sunglasses when you go drop pellets?
Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail.
Rabbit, you do realize you're still muted, right?
Yeah, he knows.
Okay, good.
He's counting.
Little bunny foo foo.
Yes, I saw it. It's very pretty, Chrissy.
Here comes Cameron Cottontail, pooping down the bunny trail.
I'm just in the middle of a TikTok video because I had the inspiration. I've already had 7 cups of coffee today, so I'm using it. I'm sorry it's during coffee house, but
I got the number right. I just got the quantity wrong.
Hey, Rabbit, how
do you know the size of his cup?
Well, that's why I said 7. Is I filled that coffee cup up twice already.
How big is your coffee cup?
Bigger than my head. Yeah.
20 ounces.
Well, that's a lot. 7 cups.
Mine's a chill
It's
out.
about 3.5 cups piece.
Everybody's holding up their.
Yeah, I use my 30-ounce Yeti.
Stay
for coffee.
hydrated, bitches.
My 30 ounces is
This one's
for
24
water.
ounces. I've got a 32 in the other room, and then I have a big 60, but we don't put coffee in the 64 ounce.
I think mine's 30 ounce.
I think mine's 20. I could be wrong. What's that?
This will hold 1.5 gallons.
Cool.
I have a kid at work that brings one of those, and
We used to fill
It
that
takes
son of a
forever
bitch
to
up
fill.
with coffee for him to go to work.
Yeah, I think it takes 3 pots to fill that up.
I used to have a guy come in and get Cuban coffee like that. Do you know how long that takes to make that? For fucking ever. Especially since I can only brew 4 shots at a time.
Dixie, your cup is 30 ounce.
Is 30? Okay, it's a 30 ounce.
I think if you're going into a gas station wanting a quantity that big, you need to call ahead.
Oh, this was even worse. It was a coffee shop.
Same
I was the
difference.
only-
If you
he
want a
told me I was
quantity
the
that
only
big, you call ahead.
Sometimes he would just let me use the leftover espresso shots that I was saving for myself.
He stole your espresso.
It wasn't cheap either. What he had me do, because he had Cubano coffee is basically unrefined sugar, espresso, and a tiny little bit of half and half, like a dollop.
A dollop of daisy.
Just a bit, dear. Just a bit.
Just a bit. He said I was
What
one of the
I've
few
al-
people. He was Cuban, and he was like, I was one of the few people who could
Aw,
actually make
Rabbit's
it right.
feeling much better.
From what I've always heard of Cuban
What?
coffee, it doesn't take very much.
I mean,
No, I think
I did a new
share
video.
the
I just did.
instruction
From
order.
pooping.
For Dartwood.
You saw? I had the thing saying possibly pooping after your name after
But then you
before.
came back.
You were off the screen.
Hubby's having fun this morning. He's entertaining himself. See you in 30 minutes for tarot.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
This was a
Alrighty.
good coffee
We are
house.
headed
Nice
to the Wally world.
talking.
Right?
I just gave a whole bunch of my thermoses to my neighbor. I had tons of those thermoses things. Anyway. All right. Love you all. See you in a half hour.
All right. Love you later. Bye.
It is by will alone that I set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Java that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stain, the stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Oh Lord, give me coffee to accept the things I cannot change, the extra espresso shot to change the things I can, and 1 more cup so I can tell the difference. Grande.
Hail, coffee full of cream, caffeine is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst the beverages, and blessed is the result of thy consumption, wakefulness. Holy coffee, color of mud, be there for us workers, now at the hour of our commute, so must it brew.
Caffeine is my shepherd, I shall not doze. It maketh me to wake in green pastures, it leadeth me beyond the sleeping masses, it restoreth my buzz, it leadeth me into a path of consciousness for its name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of addiction, I fear no equal, for thou art with me. Thy cream and thy sugar, they comfort me. Thou preparest a carafe before me in the presence of Juan Valdez. Thou anointest my day with pep, my mug runneth over. Surely richness and taste shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Duncan forever.
Good Flipside. Have a chew this morning. We saved you a seat. May your coffee cup runneth over, and may your day be magical.